So yesterday we made some pocket holes, and I told you I'd show you more about it later. I did get a little bit distracted yesterday and didn't get to make the videos on the first pocket holes I did. So right now I've got the seat backrest done. We're working on the actual seat itself. I've already got the pocket holes in these, and I've already got them started on one side. So what we're going to do is put the second side together. And it's a little bit tricky because, like I said, I've already got one side put together, which means I've got to get this one lined up right and keep it right. Here we go. So everything's aligned down here. Okay, so if you heard that clicking sound, on a drill, you have these numbers around the top. And what these numbers are for is it tells you how much torque it's going to apply before it stops. With these pocket holes, it's important that you not just drive, because you'll still run it straight through. Even though the screws have a small head on it, it's a flat spot right here at the tip of the head. You probably won't be able to see that, but if you get any, you'll know what I'm talking about. But it's got a flat spot, almost like a small washer. And what that's designed to do is when it goes down in that pocket hole, there's a small lip. And this goes down, it sits on that lip. And if you keep driving, it will break and force its way through that and still go through your wood. But if you got your drill set to the right tension, which that took me a while to figure out. So on the drill I'm using, I have it set on 5. So it'll go down, it'll tighten up, but it doesn't keep pushing. So now this first board is the tricky board, because if it's not lined up, nothing's lined up. So I went as far as the drill would go, and then it clicked, and you see there's no holes on the back side. It doesn't come through, and solid. So I know when I was first watching all these videos, I'm going to put a pocket hole. I'm going to put a pocket hole. I kept going, I don't have a pocket hole machine. Can't be worth that much. But it does make things a lot easier. And at the end of the day, it does look better. So I'm not saying run out and get one. I'm just saying it's a nice thing to have, especially if you're doing furniture that people are going to be sitting on or running their hands over. one more board to set. Now what I'm doing right now is what you see me do with that that strap vise that I use a lot. That makes this a lot easier, but this morning I just decided to go ahead and do it by eye and feel. And there we have it. So what I've done here on the middle one is I've taken 9/16 of an inch out. That will allow me to put my cedar inlay planks across here. And then the other piece I have to do to allow those inlays to be supported is to install these guys. And I told myself yesterday I was going to not repeat this mistake, so I get to shooting this video and I repeated that same mistake. What mistake? I put this board in already. That makes it almost impossible to get in here and drive the screws into these. So I can either fight it and risk stripping out the screws, or I can remove the center board and we'll have to put it back in and realign everything. So what I'm going to do is just make my marks so I know where to put it back to. Pocket holes out. Over. This got out. Oh, it looks like it's going to be a pain to get put back in. Oh, and look, I wasn't wearing my mic, so I don't know how much audio y'all are going to get. Wow. What have you done, sir? That means go get the rubber mallet to put that thing back in. Shoot. Alright, this side is upside. Insert the insert. Thing. Yesterday I told myself that one of the boards I was doing, I wasn't close enough to the end for it to matter, so I didn't do it. And it split the whole thing wide open. Why aren't you using pocket holes, Scott? Well, I don't need to. Oh, that one's stripped out. That's that one. Okay, that's why it was laying there. I don't need to use pocket holes on these ledges because they're not going to be visible in any way, shape, or form. They'll be completely underneath everything. Remember, this is the top, so construction 2x4, so you have a rounded side, and then where I've trimmed it, I have a flat side. So make sure that the flat side goes to the correct direction. And we're back to needing a mallet to get this thing in there. Hey y'all. What did you do? Alright, we're going to trim this. Thought I had all of them measured correctly, but I had to redo one, so that's probably what happened. And what I'm going to do is just take a wafer off. It means the blade width, not even quite the blade width. I'm just going to trim the tip. See there, nice and careful on the amount trimmed. Drops right in the slot. Drill, drill. What you doing with the tape measure? Well, I need 9/16 of an inch, so we got to be around 9/16 of an inch. And I'll put that in after I get this end squared around. See, now if I'd have put that other screw in up there, I would have been fighting on this end. It would have been, oh, let's remove that screw. So we can get down here. Ow, something bit me. There we go. Now we can put one in. All right, so now we're back to put the center back in. What does that mean? Probably means I gotta go get the mallet to get this bad boy in here. Looks like it. Buy a mallet. I don't want to mark up the wood. All right. Yay, that's how that works. What can we? You ain't that strong, mister. Turn it around. Why turn it around? Because you put the flat side down. Why would you do that? Were you not paying attention? So why is this being so problematic if I measured and cut everything correctly? Now, it's being problematic like this because construction 2x4s, one of them is either thicker at a point, or one or both of them are warped. That looks about right. And it is about right on this side. There we go. So what we do, we got it where we want it. Make sure that my marks are correct. All that spinning around. Yep, we're still at 11 inches. So this is 22. 22 this way. And we are 22 this way. Yay, I made a square. And that is what happens when you have it in reverse instead of forward. You're trying to put a screw in. It makes you wonder what's going wrong. Yeah, nice little grip to grip. Now we do the flip. Now we do the measurements. We're at 11 inches centered. And we have 9/16 of an inch from the edge. So that should allow my cedar slats to fit in here. The only problem I'm running into, and I'm not sure how to fix it, is making them this way with the cedar slats, the inlays, in order to hold the slats down. This gets heavy. I'm basically 2 complete 2x4s in this. So I don't know what the weight of each part is. This is 15. So 15, that's 30 plus the legs. This is probably going to be a 40 pound chair when it's all done. Nice and sturdy, but not one you want to pick up and move around for all of your barbecues and get-togethers. So probably want to find a nice place to set it up and leave it set up. All right, now let's see if I got to redo this top box, because the top box is 20 by 22. And I just want to see, I put this way, flat spots here, so that my slats will run this direction. Same thing with this one. This will be the top, so my slats will run this direction. So I want to put it on here. And we got a nice fit right there. So 22 wide, 22 long, 22 wide, 20 tall. Just because the backrest doesn't have to be as tall as the base is long. And also because, well, somebody originally was going to use this for the seat, and they realized that 2 inches matters. So we'll switch it up and have it be the backrest. Anyways, that's that. Now it's on to putting the legs on. And we got to figure out how we're going to do that. So I have a feeling that I'm going to have a problem when I get done with this, but we're going to see. Because on this one, I put the pocket holes in, but I've got a big knot runs all the way across the board. All this is going to hold is the armrests. So it's not terribly important that this be great seal. But if it busted out too bad, I'll just cut another one and reinstall it. But so what I want to do here is my front legs. I want them at the front. Hold on. Let me go look at this other one real quick. Okay, so yeah, what I want to do is have this at the front, but I want it 7 inches from the top of the rail to here. So if I take this one and measure down 7, let's put it on the side that I'm going to be able to see. Measure down 7. All right. Put the straight edge on. At 7, make sure we're straight. Hold it still. Make your line. Uh-oh, that's on the side I can see. What's that going to mean? It's going to mean that I got to sand again. And I did it. Okay, I did it right. Yay. Now, where do I put the clamp? With all that bracing in there, we'll have to get creative. All right. Okay. Well, so the thoughts I'm having are, guess what? We are still going to be able to see screws because I can't do pocket holes. I mean, I'm sure I could up here, but not good enough at that yet. So we're going to have screws on the legs. So what I'm going to do, I've got this nice and squared up. That at 7 inches. Good, feels good. Is right. Oh, best center you can get. Scott, if those construction screws or those structural screws are so good, why don't you just use them for the whole thing? Well, because they're about $1 a piece. All right, about. I want them to be recessed a little bit. Over time, this wood's gonna start covering them up, and this one, of course, will always be visible. These 4 are a little bit less visible. Okay. Time to take a break for a minute.